guys, welcome to Backstage. And this week's episode, we are going to be doing Grace by Nature. We've had her before, and we're going to do her again this Friday, considering Friday is Black Friday, which means everybody's got to get the shopping going on for Christmas. So make sure you go to her website. Once again, Grace by Nature. Go to her website. You can catch her at her booth at SEPW December the 6th in Russellville, Alabama. So come down and support her. She makes all of her products by hand: resin, oils, incense, leather wallets, purses. And I do mean she does make them by hand. She has shown me how she does it. I love them. They're beautiful pieces. Each one is different. So you're not going to get the same cookie cutter type stuff. You're going to get one of a kind pieces that are gorgeous. And she's also going to be, I want to make sure I get this right, it is the Festival of the Fae Yule Market. That's December the 20th. And that address to that place is 43 Luxon Drive, Columbus, Mississippi. We're going to be there. We definitely want to see all of you come out there and support Miss Grace. Like I said, she does beautiful work. And let's get our shopping on and support our local vendors. Bye. Hey guys, welcome to Backstage, and this week's episode is extra special simply because it is involving charity work as well as absolutely homemade gifts that you'll be giving your loved ones. It is Grace by Nature. She is awesome. I'm talking about she does hand-stitched, I've watched her hand-stitched leather goods. I mean, it could go from wallets to purses to knives, holders. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, but she does great work. I've got a couple of her pieces. I plan on buying some more of her pieces for Christmas. They're absolutely wonderful. You will love it. They're handmade again. So I'm going to give you Grace by Nature. Bye.
So we're here with Grace by Nature. Where did you come up with this name?
Well, simple. What I started out with was mostly the cosmetics, the medicines, things like that. And the name actually is Grace.
Okay. Is you're Amanda?
Only the ones closest to me tend to know me by that name.
Okay. Anybody else knows you by Grace?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you said you did a lot of lotions, and
because of what he does, and at one point we couldn't afford to go to the doctor, I got into the herbalism.
Okay.
So I learned how to make the balms, the teas, all the stuff that would help actually doctor him.
Okay, because your husband is actually a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
So, not very many people probably know that, but we won't say who he is. We'll keep that as silence. But, see, you just had to come up with certain ways to the aches and the pains of wrestling.
Yeah, that was basically because he is constantly singing the praises of wild lettuce once he found out what that can do.
So I see you've also gotten into a lot of different other things. Would you say you're more pagan or more Wiccan?
Neither
one? Okay, because I do notice with a lot of things you gear towards the Wiccan side.
With mine, I've always felt that the practice really had nothing to do with my religion.
Okay. Really? Just don't.
A lot of what I sell is what people have asked me to make for them.
Okay. So this is mainly customer base that you've created and built up over the years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
When I first started doing this, I worked at a meta shop, and they would literally come in the store and watch me make things.
Just to get an idea of what's behind it, or
I was generally making like the oils and things like that, and they would literally sit across from me where I was at and just watch what I was doing.
so you just took that skill and said, why can I not apply it to my home life?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How long have you been doing Grace by Nature?
My store got started within that store back in 2017.
Okay.
At one point, I was making things for his store under my name and getting commission from it.
Okay. So, like I said, I know and do a lot of different variety of geared towards Wicca, which is, there's nothing wrong with it. It's an absolutely beautiful religion. And because you have some of the old ruins, you've got the leather pouches.
Yeah, I've been asked if I'm Wiccan on occasion. I've been asked if I'm heathen on occasion.
Okay. But would you say you're more pagan?
I would be what would be considered these days as Christo-pagan.
Oh, okay. No, I know what you mean by that. It's more of a spiritual within self. And
yeah, kind of the as above, so below type thing.
Yeah, exactly. But what pieces that you make personally? Which one of these did you make personally?
Virtually everything on the table I make.
You do? Even the skulls? And how do you make those? Is that just resin, or?
It's generally resin embeds, depending on whether I want it to light up or glow in the dark. It depends on what I'm putting inside it. And it'll be various molds of different sizes, depends on who's wanting it for what. Because sometimes those can be used as a memento mori. It is getting the time of year for the ancestor altars.
Yes, we're getting into all of I like just a variety. I call it the harvest. I collected them all during this time, because we have a lot of portals that are open, a lot of spirits, spirituality right now. So.
And in some people's cases, literally getting signs hitting them on the head.
Yes. Yes, I had a very lovely tarot card reading that put things in alignment for me. So. But no, you have a lot of beautiful things, and it takes a lot of time to put all this together.
Yeah, and it's not very easy when you got a 40-hour-a-week job on top of it.
See, this is not your main gig. I like to call it. We got main gigs that pays the bills. But would you call this your happy place?
Yeah, it tends to be the come home, just start puttering with something.
It's got to work a hand.
Yeah, and since I work night shift, I'm always asleep during the day, so I can't exactly get out in my garden anymore.
Okay. So it makes it kind of hard.
Because if it wasn't something like this, it would be out in the yard wild crafting or collecting fruits or something to can.
So, with your pieces, do you include any of your spiritualist or your herbals? Do you have a certain way you go about them?
For the special orders like mojo bags and stuff that they've asked me to make, like currently I have an order for making some cedar smudges.
Okay.
things like that, it'll be incorporated in, but most of it is just the artistic part of it.
Okay. An outlet for you.
Yeah.
We all need outlets. Especially when it's to build our creativity. But we always need to keep that part of our brain moving, I like to say.
Yeah, and when you're up all night, you're gonna come home, you're wired.
Yes.
You gotta have something to do with that extra energy.
And you have a lot of beautiful pieces. Because I've even bought a piece from you. And everyone has asked me about my cat. So I love it. Well, thank you for talking to me. And we're going to get you out there. Because you've got a webpage, you've got, where do we find you?
So far, my store page is on TikTok. It was on Blue Sky until Mississippi passed a law to where they decided we just don't want to deal with Mississippi and shut it down.
Okay.
But I am on Instagram and Facebook as well.
Okay. So that's where we can find you, is through TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram.
If there was another social media, I'd probably end up on it.
Well, we will do everything we can. Because Grace by Nature is very unique. I love it. And I think everybody needs to know about it.
I appreciate it.
So thank you.